Lion Guard.
Episode review. Greetings, fellow hippo experts and cheetah chasers alike. I'm Brandon the Bambi Man, and welcome back to yet another Lion Guard episode review here on Golden Ticket Reviews, where if it's classic or crap, you see through it, I review it. And today, guys, we're in for a treat, because not only is today's episode of the Lion Guard one that I consider to be the best of the entire series so far, but it's also centered around one of my favorite Lion Guard characters, Ono. Excited to get to it. I just want to jump right into this. So here we go. This is the Lion Guard episode 5, Eye of the Beholder. Our episode begins with our guard of the lion variety in the midst of a wildebeest stampede. No connection there, as Kion believes this is all the doing of the dastardly hyena known as Janja.
How are we supposed to chase up the hyenas? We can't even see them with all this dust.
I'm sure that's part of Janja's plan, Foolie.
Oh, that Kion, always blaming stuff on the hyenas when it's pretty clear he has other enemies like Mazingo and his vultures, Maku, and some of the crocodiles. Man, not even Buzz Lightyear would blame this stuff on even his most worthy adversaries.
This diabolical plot can only be the work of the sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance, evil Emperor Zurg.
What plot? You think Zurg is behind every kitten stuck up a tree?
The fiend. Why can't he leave kitty cats out of his nefarious schemes?
Kion has the star of this episode, Ono, scout to see if hyenas are approaching, and wouldn't you know it, Janja is about to attack Kion.
Janja! I told you to stay out of the Pride Lands!
Did you? I must have forgotten.
I must have fallen off that cliff last episode and got a concussion. Speaking of which...
Incoming! See ya, hyena!
I've had enough.
Right, one fractured skull later. So Janja and his chums leave, but unfortunately Ono gets himself a little dusty-eyed.
Oh no!
Bird down.
Is Ludwig von Drake in the house? The guard takes Ono to see the magic and marvelous monkey medicine man himself, Rafiki, who manages to solve this problem by giving Ono an eye patch.
How's it look?
Well...
Is it that bad?
No, of course not, Ono. Just get yourself a nice piece of eight, some dreadlocks, a bandana, a fine pirate's cap, a nice jacket, work on your British accent and your drunken stumble, and you'd make a pretty decent Jack Sparrow cosplayer.
I understood that reference.
On a side note, for a fun game for all the viewers at home, be sure to leave a comment down below saying whether you're Team Cap or Team Iron Man. He insists and informs Ono to stay away from his guardly duties for 3 days, as we see that Rafiki has a wall of paintings of all the past Lion Guards, and is currently at work on his painting of the current incarnation. He's kind of the Van Gogh of the Pride Lands, I guess, without all the ear trouble, of course.
Amazing.
Amazing to you. To me, not so much. But they do say that art is in the eye of the beholder.
He's in, boys! He did it! He said it!
You got what in your eye?
Eye of the beholder.
He's up! Oh, he's up! Hey-oh.
And this painting, it does not quite have the spirit of your Lion Guard.
For example, I thought the guard would really find its spirit by placing it next to this painting of this adorable fedora-wearing platypus and his crazy pharmacist friend, but then I realized that was a different universe from this one. I think it's called Danville. After Bunga is his usual helpful self, Ono takes off to prove his worthiness to the guard that obviously hasn't been lost yet, and he's bumped by stupid vulture. Kion and the other members of the guard naturally insist that Ono rest up, much to his dismay, as we see that vulture from before head off to a meeting of the Vulture Ents, being led by Janja's vulture friend Mazingo.
Is necessary.
Mazingo!
Excuse me, I just flew in from Horton Izahu. Mazingo and the others debate what to do about the guard now that Ono is half blind, as Janja is, looking up at them? Well, that's kind of confusing. Aren't Janja and Mazingo supposed to be like confidants or buddies or whatever? I mean, couldn't Janja wait at least 5 seconds for Mazingo to be over with his meeting and then have Mazingo come down and inform him of the situation at hand? Or is Janja just addicted to looking at tail feathers?
He's a peeping Tom.
So Janja informs his buddies that it's the Lena hyenas who get the guard, and that he has a plan, of course.
If he can't see anymore, I got an idea. Come on! And before you ask, yes, it involves food.
Thank you for informing your friends of what they should already know. This leads us into easily the most awesome part of the episode, the hyena musical number! Unfortunately, due to the fact that I ended up having to remove the Kaya and Jasiri duet entirely from my YouTube version of my Never Judge a Hyena by Its Spots review, I don't really want to get another copyright strike by playing another Lion Guard song. However, I can give you some of the highlights of this particular number. We've got us an animal conveyor belt, shaking hyena butts, trippy colors, and hyena tangoing with the zebra. Alright, play the clip.
Being my brother, it don't matter if you're black or white.
We then cut to Kion, posing more awkwardly than an elementary school student, for Rafiki's guard painting as Bunga tries to turn his friend into the logo for Metro Goldwyn Mayer for some reason.
You mean it? Bunga! Was that action enough for you, Rafiki?
Yes.
I can only imagine what Rafiki's convo would have been like with Simba later that day. So, Rafiki, I take it painting the guard went well today. Everything was going really smoothly. Even your own kid Kayan was a real angel. It was just that darn honey badger kid that kept trying to mess my day up. I told you already I should have hit him when I had the chance with my big stick. I told you already that big stick should only be used for emergencies and shouldn't be used for hitting children. Just calm down and munch on your squash bananas. Why couldn't I have gotten a job with Zootopia Medical Department when I had the chance? And where'd my other stick go? Banga! But before more lion posing can occur, good old Hippo Pal Bestie, after a pretty funny dialogue, informs Kion that his cousin saw Janja and his lackeys on the edge of a canyon, so all the guard gears up to go after them. Well, almost all the guard.
Lion Guard, it is not like the others. Yet it should be simple. The leader and those he leads.
Everything seems to go back to the number 23.
Not just lead you, you are all friends. Yes, you all belong together.
We do belong together.
I'm sure you want me to play the Randy Newman song or Beyonce song at this juncture, but that'd be too easy. After that really sweet moment, the hyenas must be prepared to put their plan in action, and their teeth and ambitions are bad. So, okay, I'm losing it. They entrap the guard in the canyon with no easy way to get out, as Janja starts to gloat. Well, after this happens anyway.
Everyone okay?
Yep.
I'm good. Let's do that again!
Hey, Caddy, can you help me out here?
I hate this boy. I hate this boy. I hate this boy. I bait this hoy.
Bestie tries his best to move the rocks, but they just won't budge properly. This looks like a job for a hoop to come that is in the form of a one-eyed aerial version of a young man who happens to be an awesome video maker himself. Actually, I'm not joking. You should check it out. Atticus Schaefer, the voice of Ono and the Lion Guard, and Brick from the Middle, actually has an awesome YouTube channel with several cool videos on there. From what I can tell, he might actually make for a great documentarian and filmmaker someday. Well, Anywho, Ono has flown all the way to the guard where Kion asks him if he can drive off the zebras that Janja and his team is after in order to keep them safe. But, much like the rocks, the zebras just won't budge as they are busy munching on fresh afternoon dew.
Perhaps I failed to emphasize the importance of following me.
We're eating here, can't you see that?
Sure, when the best time to eat grass is at 9 in the afternoon. Luckily, the zebras finally panic and run away from those nasty dogs as Kion finally is able to roar away the rocks, insert Moses joke here, as the hyenas run straight away into the next episode, and Ono is incredibly happy to be back with his guard buddies as our episode ends with Rafiki's finished masterpiece.
Leader of the Lion Guard and his friends.
It's perfect, Rafiki. What do you think, Ono?
I think it's the best painting I've ever seen.
That means a great deal to me, coming from the keenest of sight. This Lion Guard is best together.
Good times, good times. With snappy dialogue, an incredibly sweet moral, great voice acting as usual, and nice animation as always, everything in this episode was just awesome. It's also nice to see that Schaefer's unique voice talent as Ono was center stage in this entire thing, and hopefully we'll be able to see more Ono-centric episodes in the future. Until next time, I'm Brandon the Bambi Man saying take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you in the movies and the Pride Lands, and if you'll excuse me, I think I'm gonna find me a zebra to go do the forbidden dance with. Hey, wanna dance? It's okay, you can leave.
Little birdie, why do you fly upside down? It's amazing that the way you get around. Little birdie, why you...
Whew! Lippo was right. The circle of life really can move us all. Wait, speaking of circle of life, I have a crossover to set up with my good friend Tap G. Hey there, Tap G, how's it going, dude?
The guard can get by for a couple days without you. You need to rest and get better.
But I can still help the guard. Besides, I can see just fine. Is that all new?
He's a peeping Tom.
No peace here.